Hey dear friends, Laura here from Monkey and Mom. Today, I'm excited to share with you a quick video of some of our favorite educational toys that have been a big hit in our homeschool over the years. This video is a sneak peek into a comprehensive blog post I've put together with over 30 ideas for educational games specifically tailored for 6-year-olds. This video is also part of a collaboration hosted by my blogger friend Sarah from Blessed Homeschool. And you can find the link to all the other videos in the description. Make sure to check them out for even more fantastic educational toy ideas. I don't know about you, but in our homeschool, we prefer to choose the fun path over the boring path. This means we replaced a lot of worksheets with games and toys over the years, especially during elementary. And I always tried to look for toys that are both fun and educational. Last year, I showed you our gift ideas for educational games for older kids. So this year, I decided to focus on educational toys for younger kids. All these are great options for kids between 4 and 10. Links to all products will be in the description as well. So let's dive into our list, categorized by math, language arts, and science and coding. When Marc was just learning the basic operations, I decided drills weren't working for us. So I looked for alternatives, which I found in games. It's much more fun to play math than to write it down. That's how I discovered Math Dice Junior from Think Fun. These are big, colorful dice that we successfully used for developing Marc's basic math skills. They are very simple to use, intuitive, fun, and easy to clean up and carry around. We ended up adding more dice and using double or triple digits to calculate and make it more challenging. Another favorite in our homeschool have been the real measuring tools like tape measures. Marc was so obsessed with his measuring tapes that he made us buy several for his collection. We bought the real ones, but you can also start with safer options like the simple tape measure from Learning Resources. He used his tapes to measure everything and learned math without even realizing it. For example, he wanted to measure our yard, but his tape measure was too short, so he had to add. Marc has loved measuring everything around the house, learning about length, width, and basic geometry in a hands-on way. Elementary years are filled with play opportunities. Don't miss them and be prepared with a cash register and some play money. A great option is this calculator cash register from Learning Resources. Marc loved selling stuff to me. Not only did we learn about the money denominations in various countries, but we also learned the value of money, how to operate a cash register, how retailers use psychology to make you think something's value is less. And finally, math manipulatives as toys. Math manipulatives are typically used as teaching aids, but I've found they offer so much more. In our homeschool, I've always encouraged Marc to freely explore and play with these tools. By inventing games with manipulatives, he's gained a deeper understanding of how they work and how they relate to math concepts. Tools like Cuisinart rods, geoboards, and number blocks have been game changers. They helped him visualize and physically manipulate mathematical concepts, making abstract ideas like fractions and multiplications concrete and understandable. But at the same time, they were just fun to play with. I gave more details on my blog about how we use these and even put some links to free resources like my printable Cuisinart rods workbook. Little hands would much rather play than sit at a desk to learn to read or write. So transform the reading time by forming the words with blocks instead, or by letting them write with magnetic letters. 6 is such a sweet age when kids love playing and learning, and it takes such small tweaks to make a big difference in how they are receiving the lessons you want to teach. Our most favorite toys for language arts are Rory story cubes and bananagrams. I bought many language enhancing games, but these ones are fun to play at any age. The story cubes are just simple dice with icons that you can use to create unique stories. We love playing with them as a family even now by taking turns to place one cube each and adding to the story to make it as silly as possible. And speaking of silly, we also love bananagrams, a kind of Scrabble with fun variations. We like it so much that we are using it to create words in other languages as well. But with younger kids, they are a fun way to practice spelling and vocabulary, and you will have fun playing too. The Yoto player isn't something we owned, but I would have loved one for Marc when he was little. He spent endless hours listening to audiobooks and stories. I wish we had Yoto players around 6 years ago. You need a Yoto player for your kids because you can't develop language skills without developing listening skills. I think listening is an important part of learning, and if you want a child-friendly but screen-free method of exposing kids to quality audiobooks, podcasts, and music, Yoto Player is an amazing option. This player comes with ready-made Yoto cards, but you can also make your own, which is very cool. And it's a really great incentive for your reluctant little ones to learn how to read or to practice reading more, so they can record their own Yoto cards. This toy has endless possibilities and it grows with your kids. As they get older, you can choose more complex content to play. I think it's a great investment for years to come. Okay, STEM is our forte, and we've had some weird toys over the years. I've noticed when it comes to STEM and toys in general, the weirder and more curious looking, the better. Of course, we enjoyed our fair share of normal toys as well, and one of them is Botley, the coding robot from Learning Resources. We have the first version, but I saw they now have Botley 2.0 and more sets available for this robot. Botley has introduced us to coding without screens. He's been fantastic for teaching early STEM skills and problem solving. It's been a hit with us, and I think this little robot managed to spark a curiosity for programming in Marc. He's now coding in Python, but we still pull out Botley when we feel like building an obstacle race. Next, the squishy human body from Smart Lab. This squishy human body has been such a fun toy. We've been using it so much over the years, and you can see how well loved it's been. It's one of the few human body toys that were actually a fun hands-on experience. Marc has learned so much about anatomy by using the little plastic forceps and tweezers to explore organs and bones. I like that it's realistic, but not too realistic to make it overwhelming, and a fantastic visual aid that goes beyond textbooks. I loved pairing this up with the Tiny Bop app for human body. They have more apps that are amazing for kids, and I'll let you in on a well-kept secret. They have downloadable workbooks on their website to go with all their apps. Are you ready for the weirder toys? Our favorite is a pocket microscope. I know there are toy microscopes out there, but this is better because it's portable and you aren't limited by the provided slides. We have ours for more than 6 years and it's still working great. We used it to look at mosquitoes, pollen, butterfly wings, leaves, ink on the pages of a paper, you name it. Something else we love having for science are growing kits. Everything from crystals to butterflies, ant farms, worm kits, and our absolute favorite, growing sea monkeys or aquapets, or even mushrooms. We had a kit for growing white button mushrooms and it's been such an amazing experience. And after growing them, Marc started eating them too. If you prefer something green instead, hydroponics is a superb way to dive into the basics of botany and sustainable agriculture. With the hydroponics plant growing kit, kids can observe the growth of plants without soil. It's an engaging, hands-on way to explore plant biology, and the best part, they get to eat what they grow. I found this super cute fish tank hydroponic system that looks promising and fun. And finally, the bestest for last. We love our Mel Science subscription. We tried their chemistry and physics so far, but they also have a STEM box for younger kids that looks perfect for 6-year-olds. I love the quality of their boxes and the fact they have an app where they show you step by step how to do the experiments. So this concludes my list of our favorite educational toys. I have a much longer one on my website, which I linked below. So if you want to get more ideas, check that out. What are some of your favorite educational toys that withstood the test of time in your homeschool? Let me know in the comments. I hope this video gave you some ideas for gifts and what to buy next for your homeschool. Don't forget to check the other videos in this collaboration hosted by my blogger friend Sarah from Blessed Homeschool, linked in the description. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more homeschooling tips and ideas. Until next time, stay curious!